Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video. Hi, I'm Peter. Yeah, okay. Welcome back. It's been a little bit since I've posted because, my sister got sick last weekend, and so I had to post a day late on Keeper the Books, and I couldn't post for Keeper the Movies because I couldn't go in my room because we share a room and she was staying in there because she was sick and there was a virus, so I couldn't go in there either. Even still, I ended up catching it myself and I have almost made a full recovery now, but may need a little bit longer to fully recover. It wasn't a specified virus, but yeah, it wasn't COVID, wasn't strep, but we know that it caused sore throats, fever, headaches, tiredness, but it wasn't COVID and it wasn't strep. So yeah, it was a little weird, but yeah, viral infection. But yeah, I'm back now. I just finished watching Season 2, Episode 4, I believe, of The Dragon Prince, The Voyage of the Ruthless, and that is what this video is about, is a review of that. So yeah, guess let's just get into it then. If you guys haven't seen one of these Dragon Prince review videos before, basically what I do is I go over what happens in the episode, and while I'm going over what happens in the episode, I kind of give my thoughts on these different things. I hope the camera stays alive for that long because it looks like the battery's running a little bit low and I don't know where the charger is, which is fun. If you guys could see the floor of this place, this room I'm in, it's interesting because I have 3 laundry baskets and a mattress because I was staying in here, and I also couldn't put away my clothes. So that's fun. Also, there's apparently a 4th one in here, which is full of blankets. I don't know why that's in here, but yeah. And I haven't had the chance to really get to putting these away when I was sick and not really wanting to do anything. So I'll have to put those away probably tomorrow. But yeah, there's just a random mattress right here behind me. That's what I was sleeping on for a few days. But yeah, this video will contain spoilers for Season 1 of The Dragon Prince and at least the first 4 episodes of Season 2. I'll try my best to avoid spoilers for future episodes and seasons of The Dragon Prince. But yeah, let's get into it. So, I know the first 2 things that happen in the episode, but I don't remember which one comes first because my short-term memory sucks. So yeah, that's fun. So it's like someone tells me something and I'll forget it in like 30 seconds. Or I'll just have events completely mixed up after 20 minutes of knowing them. It's like, which one of these happened first? What did I have for breakfast this morning? Yeah. My short-term memory sucks. I have a great long-term memory, but short-term memory sucks. But anyways, yeah. Let's see. Okay, so there were 2 starts to the episode. I don't remember which one comes first, so I'll just go over them. Viren to gang. Squad, whatever. Okay, so first 2 things that happen. First of all, we have 3 different storylines that happen in this episode. We have one with Viren, one with three different sets of characters that we follow in this episode. So we follow Viren, we follow the squad, so Rayla, Callum, Ezran, Bait, Zim, right? And then also Amaya. We do not see Sworn and Claudia in this episode. So, let's see. Alright, so I'm going to start with Viren here. So, Viren at the start of this episode is in front of the mirror that he discovered had a person or an elf that he could see 2 episodes before this, and he discovered that this elf could see him too in the previous episode. So this is the 3rd episode where he knows that there's an elf. And so they start kind of interacting through like hand motions, not sign language, but like this elf takes out a bunch of objects and motions to them as in like, you should grab these objects as well. So Viren's like, oh, I see, you want me to grab these objects, and he sets off. So that's the start of Viren's storyline. Let's see. So then we go to the squad. So Callum, Rayla, Ezran, Bait, Zim. And they are flying on the back of Fifi, which is the phoenix that they are borrowing from Lujane. And basically, you have Rayla wakes up to Callum meditating behind her. And he's like, I am trying to connect with the Sky Arcanum. Okay, focus. Sorry. But yeah, he's like, I'm trying to connect with the Sky Arcanum by meditating while in the air. And then Rayla's like, is it just me, or are we losing altitude? And Callum, of course, is like, no. I am extremely attuned to every slight change in the air. This would totally not go over my head. And this, I apologize, but it reminds me so much of Drax from the MCU. This moment just reminds me of Drax. No. My reflexes are too fast. I would catch it. No. My senses are highly attuned to the air around me. I would notice. Yeah, that so reminded me of Drax. I don't know why. It just did. Even like the tone of voice is just, this is Drax. Except it's not, it's Callum. So yeah, that was great. I am very worried about how long this is gonna last. This battery. Where the frick? I hate doing this because it is like not great, but sorry. sorry. Hope you skipped past that. Okay. Goodness gracious. I hate when I'm not prepared. Okay. Anyways. There we go. I'm sorry for that. I really hope you skipped past the black screen. I just didn't know where the charger was, and I was very afraid that this camera was gonna die. Dang it, I wish I used editing software. But hey, if I don't edit, at least it's genuine. Not very professional, but genuine. Anyways, let's see. Where was I? Oh yes. So, they are in fact losing altitude, and this thing's really distracting. Go away. No, don't come back to me. Leave me. Okay. Instead I have Hermione. Anyways, so I'm not funny. Why am I laughing at myself? Goodness gracious. Okay. These are the times when I wish that I had editing software to use with this. I do have editing software, but I don't know how to use it unless I'm using it for gaming stuff. I don't know how to use that, but it's a little difficult to use. But yeah. Okay. So, yeah, so they are in fact losing altitude, and that is because Fifi has kind of fallen asleep or something. She's like lost a bunch of energy. Wait, is Fifi a she? I don't remember. You know what? I'm just gonna call Fifi a they, because I don't know their gender. Because I don't remember it. Math! Sorry. So anyways, Ezrin and Zim and Bait, they all wake up and they all crash into the ground, and Zim and Ezrin almost fall off the cliff, but luckily Rayla catches them, and Calvin catches Rayla. So yeah. And Rayla's like, I'm so grateful that I now have 2 hands again. It's great. Which is always a great reference. Also, I've been considering just doing black screen, using my mic that I use in my gaming videos, that is headphones with a microphone on them, to make the audio better, and just like don't have video. I don't know if that would be better or not. Honestly, kind of considering it for Keeper the Boobies, but I don't know. And like just have Keeper the Books as the face-to-face one. I don't really know. In fact, I'm actually heavily considering it. I might actually start doing it. We'll see, but I would still post on YouTube. Just black screen with that. But I don't know, because then it would export onto the computer. I don't know about that, because that takes up a lot of space. But we'll see. Anyways, so just let me know. I would like to know your thoughts on that, because I am very much considering doing that. So if you actually like seeing my face in videos and don't just want to hear what I have to say, then please let me know. But if you prefer to just have my voice in the videos, just me talking to you guys, let me know. Because I'm kind of chill with either, so. And I'm not offended in either way. If you don't like my face, that's fine. I don't care. But, yeah, just let me know, because I'm considering that. If you don't want me to do that, then tell me. If you think it's a really good idea, then tell me. Or I might do a couple experiment ones. Just ask about that. It would probably be better audio quality, too. Especially after we got my mic to have the EQ thing, the equalizer. That makes my voice sound a lot better than the current gaming videos that are coming out, which, oh my gosh, my voice sounds so muffled. But that was like a couple months ago when I filmed those, so yeah. Anyways, let's see, what was I? Alright, so then we go into the start of the third storyline of the episode, which is Maya. And she is at the border between Katalis and the human kingdoms and Zadia, and she is looking out over at the Zadian side of the border, waiting for a signal from the Zadian outpost that they have. While talking to another soldier. Well, the soldier's talking, and she okay, that's the best way to put this. Yeah, they're talking to each other, basically. Signing, whatever. So she is talking to another soldier. I feel like I'm being insensitive. Am I being insensitive? I don't want to be insensitive. Please forgive me if I'm being insensitive. I don't want to be. But yeah, they're talking. So she's having a conversation with another soldier. And looking out at the Zadian outpost, waiting for a signal. She gets it, but she obviously seems suspicious of it, because not only is it late, but it seems suspicious, and she has a very attuned mind. So, yeah. And then we go back to the squad. Honestly, I don't remember what the order of all of this happened in, but then we go back to the squad. And they're okay, but Fifi is really tired, really exhausted, because, as Ezrin says, the farther that they get from the moon nexus, which is where Fifi draws her power from. Their power from, I don't remember the gender. Whatever. But it's where Fifi draws the power from. So they can't take the squad much farther without, having it might die or something like that, just die from exhaustion or something. So they can't go very much farther. So the squad needs to get across this kind of ocean-ish place in order to get to Zadia. And Callum, of course, offers, and I think this moment is really sweet, actually. Callum offers Rayla, he's like, I know that you hate water, so we could walk around on our legs. And she's like, no, that would take too long. We need to go, however much I hate it, by boat. And I don't know, I love this moment because if you all don't know, I am 100% a shipper of Raylan, which is the pairing of Callum and Rayla. And I love this moment because you have Callum just being super sweet and really, he knows that she hates and is honestly kind of scared of water, from their previous adventures on the river, and so he offers a runaround just for her benefit, which I think is really cool. So yeah, that was a very sweet moment. But yeah, so then we go back to Viren, and he has collected these items, which is, I think, so it was a knife, a cup, and I think the cup might have been full of water, I don't remember, and also some sort of like rock or gem or maybe a geode, I'm not really sure. It's kind of unclear as to what it is, I don't know. And then a needle and thread, and then a cloth, I think, were the items. So then this guy in the mirror starts sewing this weird rune into, weaving, I guess. Weaving, I don't really know. We'll just go with weaving. He's weaving this rune into the fabric, so Viren follows suit. And then he has some weird magic thingy that makes both of them glow, both the runes glow. And then he breaks open the rock thing, maybe geode, I'm not sure, and crushes what's inside, puts it into the drink. Viren follows suit, and then they both drink it. And then the elf on the other side puts the knife to his hand, and this is when Viren hesitates, which I think is kind of weird that he didn't hesitate when he had him drink a strange substance. It's a little weird, but you know what? We'll just roll with it, because this is also a moment that you should probably hesitate in when you have someone that you don't even know is saying, hi, you should drink this strange substance, and then cut your hand. No, you don't do that. You don't do that, honestly. But yeah. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, then we go back to the squad, and they are down at a dock kind of place, and they need a boat, and they need a captain. But it needs to be a captain who will be okay with Rayla, who is an elf, distinctly different from humans, as she has 4 fingers and horns. So yeah. I'm now seriously considering that black screen idea. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do a couple test runs. I don't know. I might sometimes do black screen, sometimes do camera. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So, of course, we have the wonderful human Rayla impression, and this is beautiful. Yes. The things that she says are totally things that humans do, but more specifically, less so in maybe this one, but in this isn't just insulting humans as like in general, though and sometimes it is, but especially in the previous episode when she did human Rayla, it was insulting Americans. Like, I'm an American, I know this. I'm very self-aware in that sense. We are like that. I doubt that I have anyone, maybe I may have someone outside of America watching. I don't know. I don't have very many people that watch my videos, but those that do, I don't know where you live. If you're American, cool. If you're not American, cool. I'm fine with that. I don't know. It feels like she's just insulting Americans, which, I mean, fair. We love discussing which roads and pathways are slightly faster than other roads and pathways. I love human Rayla, huge fan, just like Ezrin. She's great. But yeah, so there's that. So they go out looking for a captain, and eventually they come back and they found one. Okay, I feel like this is zoomed in, as always. Okay, don't zoom in more. Okay, yeah, it was slightly zoomed in, I think. Okay, let's see. But yeah, and this captain will not judge Rayla for being an elf because he will not know that she's an elf because he is blind. Not born blind, but it was because he lost both of his eyes to attacks from different creatures. One of them, I think he said, was a sea dog, and the other one he doesn't know what it was because it came at him from his left. So they have a blind captain who lost both of his eyes, or she, but is very attuned to his surroundings. He'll be taking them on his boat, the Ruthless. So they set off. Callum is talking to the captain, and he's kind of just trying to figure out more stuff with the Sky Arcanum, because he really, really, really wants to learn the Sky Arcanum. And he starts making maybe some subconscious connections with certain things, with like sails and stuff like that. We may hear more of that later. But yeah. So then we also find out that the captain has narcolepsy, so he falls asleep randomly. Okay. Stay focused, Speeder, come on. Okay. This is probably why I need to get tested for ADHD. I don't know. But I've had multiple people tell me that I should probably get tested, and I probably should. I just haven't had the chance to yet. Actually, I have had the chance to. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Anyways. Okay. This is 30 minutes. Let's just keep going. Okay. Let's see. So they end up getting stuck in the storm that they thought they were gonna get, that they wanted to beat, and so they end up in this math.
Dinner.
Okay, one sec. dinner. Fun. Let's see. I don't know, why do I just say filming? I say math. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. I do know why I say math. But I already explained that in a gaming video once. Why I say math instead of just filming. May or may not have been to cover something up that I almost said. Totally not someone's name. Okay, I am. Okay. Alright, so now I develop camera stutter. Wow, that took a while. Okay. Let me think. So once they make it to the beach, Callum sees that there's a bunch of lightning striking, and he's saying, so he talks to Rayla, which is a very important moment that I will go over later in a later video, or possibly just black screen video, we'll see. But there is a moment here that I want to talk about later in a later video. But basically, Callum and Rayla talk, and Callum's like, I want to go out there, I want to face the storm, because every time lightning strikes, I feel something. I feel like when I cast the Vulminus, I don't really know. He's like, when I use Vulminus, that's what I felt like, and now I'm feeling it now with the lightning, and I really want to go out there, if I'm brave enough to go out there. And Zim really wants to go out there too, so they both go up onto the mountainside. So now we go back to Viren. He has already left the chamber with the elf, and he's thinking about whether or not he should trust this elf when he sees a crow go over to the mail, and he's like, oh yeah, I sent out those 4 letters to the other kings and queens of the human kingdoms, and to call a summon of the Pentarchy. And so he goes over to this Crow Lord, and he talks with the Crow Master, because the Crow Lord is still missing. And in fact, he does have 4 letters, and he opens them and he's like, oh yeah, so the kings and queens do want to have a summon of the Pentarchy. Cool. It's like, young man, you are witnessing history. That's what he says to the Crow Master. And so he's obviously very happy about this. And yeah, I want to know what happened, what's going on with the Crow Lord. Like, I'm sure they maybe mentioned something about it earlier, but I honestly don't remember. Yeah, I don't really have much time left. I need to be upstairs, like right now. So I'm just gonna kind of speed through the rest of this. Yeah, so... Oh... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. not going to delve super deep into some certain aspects of this episode because I feel like they require their own videos. I can't really talk about them in the full depth that I want to yet because I haven't gotten to the later episodes in the season or even just season 3, so I need to write these down as videos that I want to make in the future, kind of after I've finished making episode reviews for The Dragon Prince. Also, I don't really have much time, and I'm already 36 minutes in, so I don't really want to delve super deep into these. I'm just going to talk about what happens, kind of briefly. So, Callum goes from being on the mountain, and he has like all of these kind of struggling moments. You can see his internal struggle, which again is something that I'm going to talk about later, is his internal struggle in this episode, which I feel like kind of deserves its own video. It's great. He sees a mill at the top of a hill, and he thinks that it looks like the Primal Stone. So he goes up there, goes on top of this mill, he sees that it's a lightning rod, so he goes to the top, and he's trying to brave holding onto the lightning rod, but he's too scared, and then, boom, Zim gets struck by lightning. I gotta tell you, I actually was scared in this moment the first time I watched this, because it was like, crap, Zim, what are they gonna do? They're gonna need to go on one of those healer adventures like they did in season 1 with the egg. But no, Zim is fine, as we will discover in a few minutes. And at this moment, we go back to Amaya, and she is at the Zadie inside of the outpost. Her and her soldiers encounter a guard from the other side. He says that let's see. So he says that his other fellow soldiers were on patrol and that he missed his cue, didn't send the signal on time. Obviously he's lying about this. You can practically smell the nervousness coming off of him. And he is hand signaling to Amaya. I think he's hand signaling. I don't know sign language, which is something I want to learn, but I don't know sign language, so I'm not exactly sure what he said, or if he was actually saying anything, but it looked kind of like he was signaling with sign language to Amaya, just so that he wouldn't alert the elves that were behind him. So Amaya gets tipped off by this, and then they fight the elves. You have some great action, with a fight scene between Amaya and what seems to be the leader of this group of Sunfire Elves. And eventually, Amaya escapes after this leader of the Sunfire Elves kind of gets her hand stuck when she goes into like full beast mode with like fiery skin and everything. She like kind of like looks like she's turned a little bit to magma, which is fun. Which is something we have not encountered before at this point in the series. But yeah, so after this we go back to the squad. So Callum comes back with Zim in his arms. Zim is okay, and he has another one of those talks with Rayla. He's like, I wasn't brave enough, and I was also really stupid. I'm sorry. And then we go back to Viren, who is back in the room with the mirror, and having been given more hope, he decides that he doesn't need this elf, doesn't need to trust him, and throws kind of like a blanket dish thing over the mirror. So a cloth over the mirror. And that ends the episode. This episode deserves so much more than one video, which is why I'm going to give it more than one video. Okay, this was kind of my overview review of it. I want to go into so much more detail, but I really do not have time to right now. I really wish that I did, but I don't. So I'll be delving into two different things that happened in this episode later. I'm going to write this down. Dang it, I wish I had a pencil right now, but I'm going to memorize that I need to write this down in my head and not procrastinate. So yeah. This is honestly a super good episode. It's one of my lesser favorites in season 1. I mean, in season 2. But it's still a great episode. And it has some great moments that honestly deserve their own videos. I really want to make those videos now. And I will. But yeah. That's that. This episode had great action. It had some pretty good humorous moments. It had great story, great character development, amazing character development actually with Callum. It was just overall a great episode. I'm not gonna say that it wasn't better than the one before this, and it isn't better than the two after it, but it's definitely better than the first 2 episodes in this season. And it's still a fantastic episode. Most of the episodes in The Dragon Prince are amazing. In fact, I've actually ranked them on my own spare time. Like, my least favorite being Through the Ice from season 1, which, if you guys haven't seen that review video, I highly dislike that episode. And it's the only one that I dislike out of all of them. And then my favorite is another one, is the finale of season 2, which we'll get to. That is my favorite episode in the show. I love that one. But yeah, that's that. Please let me know if you want me to do black screen videos. I'm going to give you guys an example on the next one of what that will be like. If I do that, kind of like it's almost like a podcast kind of thing. Like just me talking, no face kind of thing, except not at the same time. I don't really know. It's kind of what I've been doing here, just without you seeing my face. We'll see. I don't know. I'll give you guys an example. Let me know which one you think is better. Yeah. That is all I have for today. I definitely want to do more videos on this episode in the future. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.